Hey, so this is the demo for the Korah Collegiate Electronic Agenda application, currently running on an Android simulator. And so it's going to be a little slower, the frame rate's off, but it should be better when used on an actual device. So this is the screen that you see when you load it up for the first time, and all subsequent times, I guess. The handbook here, this is not currently functional. It's just a link basically, and then once you provide me with the information for some school site with all the information from the back of the agenda, then we can make that actually go somewhere. Next thing, the first thing I do anyways, is go into the settings here. So you can see there's not a lot you can customize, but it's nice to have options. So default calendar view is just the view of the calendar that pops up when you first load the application. So it's either month, week, or day. If someone's super busy and they have a lot going on every day, they just want to see their schedule, all the details right off the bat. And start with day view. Week might just be, need an overview of what's happening. Month is just, that's the default view that I like to use for this. It just shows when events are happening on given days. It doesn't tell you anything about them. So we're just going to stick with that for now. You can also have reset view when calendar is open. So this is like anytime you go back to the calendar, if this is a yes, then it will reset to the default view on today's date. If it's set to no, it'll persist. So like if you start out on month view and you go to next month and then drill into say June 6th or something like that, and then you leave the calendar, when you come back to the calendar, even between opening and closing the application, it'll still be on June 6th in the day view. So let's keep that on as well, just for simplicity's sake. Let's save the settings. Gives you a little notice. This button here doesn't actually do anything at the moment, but this is the button that's going to allow you to download events from the school server. So that's all that stuff at the front of the agenda, like all your professional days and offset trials, that kind of thing. That's going to be here. And we could set it up theoretically so it happens manually when you start the application, but that'll take data and overhead and stuff. It's better if you just tell them to do it manually every once in a while so that they get updated information for the term. Let's go back to the home page here. And we're going to the calendar, the meat and potatoes of this app, as it were. So here's the default month view. You can see it all renders dynamically. This is the current month. These are, today is highlighted, and you can see there are events on today. And we can, change the spacing or whatever. Just get someone to test it and give me some information, so I can move these around. That's easy to do. So you can see we have our day, or our month, our week view, and our day view. And I accidentally clicked on one of the things that drilled into that day. Show that. Click on the day, and then it'll just open up that day specifically. So that's cool. These red events, these are the default ones that were created by the school system theoretically. Right now they're just hard coded. Yeah, so these are the static events, I call them. If you click on that, you can actually edit the event, but since this is a school event, it's a static event, it's not one created by the student, it can't be changed. This is default settings, basically, and they can't be changed except by the school. So there's a file on the school server that would determine all of this information. Now, let's add a new event. So, see exactly the same interface, it's just, now these are actually usable. So, 2014, we're going to add another event to today. It's May. Now you can see this populated. So all the days for this month are in there, and it accounts for the number of maximum days in the month, and it accounts for leap years. And let's say that they have a test tomorrow, so they want to schedule in some study time. This is going to be pretty late at night because they have other obligations during the day. So it's going to be 10 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Right now, events can't go through days, and it's probably going to stay that way just because it's easier to do the logic. There's a lot of logic that goes into rendering these, so this is for the best. And now we're going to call it study. big test tomorrow. Now the event color, I'm just going to make it pretty blue, nothing fancy, and it's going to have white text. You can see, you can actually give them the hex code, or you can just write in the default value. There's a bunch that HTML will just identify by default. So there's that, and save. And that's a problem with my mouse. That's not a problem. Don't worry about that. So now it's created the event. But now the student realizes that this is way past their bedtime, and they want to rise nice and early for the day tomorrow. So they're gonna change it. They click on the event, and they can edit it. It populates it with all the information from before. But we're gonna move this 2 hours earlier. And actually, we can just make this 10 now. And save. So there you go. It's moved up, and you can change the name of it as well. And there you have it. Now, we also have this nifty little notes section, which right now is empty, so let's add a new note. Click the Add Note button. It brings up this dialog. Exactly the same kind of interface. So, choose the month. Year and the month. May 26th. And this is going to be an note. And you can use HTML formatting if you want. Save. There you have it. Note pops up, and right now I can edit this. Say we want a little more notice so you can start studying earlier. Let's say we put it on the 25th instead. This big test on Tuesday. I haven't actually implemented that yet. So that will be a thing where you can change it so it's still going to pull up the same information, because it doesn't actually save that change yet, but it will. Don't worry. If you go to Week View, you can see the note is there as well, along with the event that we created. And note that all of this will be using touch control for the actual mobile device. It's just the mouse because it's in a simulator here. And that's pretty much all there is to it right now. Not a lot of functionality beyond this is needed. The only thing that really needs to be done is I need to update this so it actually saves these events and fix the download thing. I'm having an issue with that, and then it's basically ready to ship, ready for testing. So yeah, thanks for watching.